Hey everyone, Flying Dutchie here and welcome to Victoria Free! It is finally time to play this long-awaited game. No more Vicky Tree confirmed meme anymore. I am on the version 1.0.2 over here, and this is a press copy. So when the game releases for you guys, there might be another version. So please check that, because things are still hot code on this build. And we are finally gonna play. It's my goal to start slowly in this game, so I can explain a lot of things to you guys. And then later in the game we will go quicker. So if you are new to this game, this is a good series to follow, because you will know how to play the game after this. It's going to be a good one for that. So let's start a new game. What I would recommend you to do is to do the learn the game objective. Maybe also these ones. I already did this in my free time. I have around 30 hours in the game right now. But I will do a sandbox game. I'm gonna make my own rules and my own goals. We'll start the game. Now, at the start of the game, you really need to just make your own goals. What do you want to do with your country? And well, first we're gonna click as the Netherlands, of course. We are 10th in the world at the start of the game. And we are a constitutional monarchy, but we will look at this later as well. I will allow the achievements. Iron Man is disabled, but you can still get achievements in this game, so that's something different. Normally you can only get achievements when you do Iron Man. And let's jump into the game over here. And before we start, just take a look at this. Look at the details. I'm not playing on the highest graphics, so it's still good for me. We have some boats over here, and when you build railroads, you get trains on the map. So it's looking really gorgeous. Now let's see what we are gonna do. And before we do this, I'm going to put the sound a little bit lower. Something like this. Otherwise, I can't hear myself anymore. There we go. So, there are a lot of new things, and all these things, I'm gonna explain them while we are playing. This is our money, this is our influence that we used for our relations with other countries. This is our authority that we can use to do, well, taxes, for example. Or maybe we use it for bolstering our political parties. And this is our bureaucracy that you need to, just keep your nation running. And if you go below your threshold of 0, you lose taxation. At the start of the game, you need to make your own goals. It's my goal to, of course, take Belgium back, because we lost Belgium 6 years ago. But that will be later in the game, because it's really hard to take Belgium. And a lot of shenanigans can happen. I want to become a colonial empire. I'm gonna colonize Africa over here. We already have Dutch Ghana over here. Ghana. We also have the Dutch East Indies, because this is a different tag. They are a vassal of mine. But that does mean that they are in my market. Everything that is orange is in my market. And that is, of course, the Netherlands. I think we have Luxembourg as well, because that is my vassal as well. So they are also in my market. And these things are in my market. And that is going to be fantastic, because then we will have a lot of tobacco. And that is good for everyone. Everyone likes to smoke. Everyone knows that, right? So my goal of this game is to industrialize, become a colonial power, and become an egalitarian society, so that everyone is accepted. Multiculturalism, freedom of religion. Everyone has healthcare, schooling, and that kind of things. Because at the start of the game, we are a constitutional monarchy, we have a king, and we have and because we have elections going, we are having political parties instead of interest groups. So for example, right now we have the Conservative Party in power with the church and the petite bourgeoisie. We have a free trade party with the industrialists. We have the Liberal Union with the intelligentsia. We have a patriotic party of the armed forces, and we have the landowners that are on their own. This is still a interest group, not a political party. We are going to get elections at 1839. And if I want to make my country liberal and egalitarian and industrialized, I need the industrialists and the intelligentsia to be powerful. Now, one way to spend your authority is to bolster one of the political groups. Now we have 575. Now we have 375 authority. So we are bolstering the intelligentsia, and that makes them a little bit more happier and more popular. So that is the first thing I'm gonna do. And we will talk about our laws and all these things after the elections are done. Because there are a lot of things we can talk about. Yeah, we are a monarchy. I want to become a republic. We now have census suffrage, which is actually really good at the start of the game. We don't have universal suffrage. This means that everyone can vote. And I want to go this to activate this law eventually. But we will come back to this later. At the moment we have a couple of institutions, and you unlock these with different laws. For example, we have a colonial institution, and we need this to colonize. So the Netherlands start with 0.2 colonial growth generation. And that is because of the colonization law over here. You have no colonization, you have colonial resettlement and exploitation. And we are exploiting our our colonies. And that is what I will keep over here. Now you can get more institution levels based on your technology as well. And other things that I maybe don't know yet. And the further you go, the more colonial growth you get. But the further you go here, the more bureaucracy you need to spend every day. We only have 71 at the moment, but we can increase this with buildings. So let's just stay away from this for now. We have education as well. We want to have this as high as possible. And we have law enforcement institution. Not really important right now, but we will keep this at the lowest base level. You can't turn it off. You can only turn this institution off if you change your law. So that is the politics. Now the budget. We will talk about this a lot more as well later. But right now we are just taxing everyone. And everyone needs to pay a income tax on their income. Also have poll taxes, and you can get consumption taxes. Now these are just taxes on your goods. You can also spend your authority for this. For example, you can add a consumption tax on grain, but that will make everyone very unhappy. Because grain needs to be cheap, because people want to spend money on other things as well. Now what I like to do at the start of the game is use my 200 authority points on services. This is something that you cannot trade as well. And if I click on this, we don't know the market things yet because we did not unpass the game. That will give us some more income. That's what I'm gonna do. And you use your money on building, government wages. You need to pay everyone that is working in your government. And also your military. We have 20 battalions at the start of the game, which is pretty low. But we have 20 flotillas in a navy, and that is okay, I would say. But we need to increase this fairly quickly. Alright. We have this active research thing. We will go to the technology screen over here. You can also click on this thing. And there are 3 technology trees: production, military, and the society. For us, I think it is important that we are going to colonize fairly quickly. And by doing this, we need to do something against the malaria. And we have quinine over here. And it removes all effect from malaria into your states. And we can allow establishment of colonies in severe malaria. Now, what does that mean? At the start of the game, for example, here in Igbo, this state over here is having malaria. And we have minus 90% colonial growth speed. That will go away with that technology, and we will colonize so much quicker. But if you go to Fang over here, they have severe malaria. And that's going to take some decades, I think, before we can remove the severe malaria penalty. And then we can colonize further into Africa. So, yeah, we need to get rid of the malaria malices. And I want to do this by going to quinine as fast as possible. Before we can do this one, we need pharmaceuticals. You can see that. And what is pharmaceuticals giving us? It gives us a health system institution. And we can get private health and public health institution unlock if we get the right law. So I will do this. And then we go to quinine. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. We can increase our colonial institution to number 3. And we can colonize quicker. So that's going to be the first goal. So, when you want to industrialize, you need to start building a lot of things. We need to make tools, we need to have railroads, and that's really the start of industrialization. I don't think we have any tooling workshops over here. No. If you go to the lower screen of your buildings list, in your urban list, these are in the cities, you can see that we don't have any tooling workshop. Your tooling workshop use wood to produce tools. And you see who is going to work there, the laborers and the shopkeepers. And we need to use tools if we want to industrialize. We need to use a lot of tools. Also, your construction over here is just based on how much construction sectors you have. And it also depends on which production method you're using. Right now we are using wooden buildings because we only have fabric and wood. If we want to go to iron frame buildings, we need to use tools and iron. But you can see that we go from 4 to 10 construction. But this makes this construction sector a lot more efficient. So this is our goal. We need to go and get iron and tools. Now, let's build a tooling workshop then. Well, let's hover over the building first. And yeah, we can actually make tools at the start of the game because we have wood. Let's start a tooling workshop. And you can see that we can build tooling workshop in all our states we have. We have Ghana and Guyana. We did not go to Guyana yet. And you see how much peasants you have that are, I think, working in the subsistence farms that are very inefficient. So in Gelre we have a lot of peasants still there. So I like to build a lot of buildings in Gelre. So let's start over there and let's start building a tooling workshop. It's going to take a long time because our construction sector is not very effective. What I also can do is just build 2 more construction sectors first to make it a bit more effective. I think that's what I'm gonna do. We now have 2 construction sectors. I'm gonna build 2 more. We have 2 in Holland. I'm also gonna build 1 here and 1 here. This will speed up the construction later in the game. Each level gives a small bonus. When we want to build buildings here, it goes like 1% quicker or something. Now, I want that to be built first. Then you go to your construction sector and you press Alt. And then you put the construction sectors at the top of the queue. There we go. So the buildings are done. We are bolstering our intelligentsia to get liberalized. That is all going fine. Let's see what we have here. We have 5 more flotillas in the reserve. If you go to your military screen, you can see your army and your navy. So the Netherlands start with 25 flotillas at the start of the game. We are number 8 worldwide, which is actually not bad. But the thing is that Engelbertus Lucas over here, who is part of the armed forces, you can see that over here. He's a level 1. He's a level 1, as you can see here. So if we want to promote him, it costs a bit of bureaucracy and we make his political group stronger. Now, I don't want my armed forces to be stronger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see if I can get a new admiral from a different... No, they are all part of the armed forces. So then I'm going to keep the one that I have and I'm going to promote him to level 2. Just only a bit of bureaucracy here. And now he has 25. He can go up to 40 now, because he is a level 2. But that makes him a bit more influential for the armed forces. But yeah, we can't really do anything about it. And for our military over here, we have 20 regulars and 8 conscripts. We can activate these when we go to war. And David Hendrik Chazet is our leader over here. He can rule exactly 20 units, so that is all fine. Then we have one more thing over here. We can support more declared interests. And that is very important, because where you declare your interest, you can trade with that nation that is in it, and you can colonize there. For example, at the start of the game, we have an interest over here, because we have a colony. And we have an interest all over Indonesia, the Philippines, and Papua New Guinea. And we also have an interest in France, England, the Baltics, and North Germany. And now we have room for one more. The Netherlands is having one problem. We don't have iron. Belgium does. They are very industrialized. That is why I would like to get Belgium back in my country. Then we can use his iron and coal mines. But as the Netherlands, no. We do not have any. Can I actually check the Belgian market? Yes. For example, coal over here. They make 228 coal in their coal mines. And they make 164 iron in their iron mines. And you can see who is using it. They have steel mills already. They are way further ahead than us. Now, if I want to get iron, I need to go and click on iron. And then I can see the potential on the map. So as you can see in the Netherlands, there is no iron. Belgium is having a lot of iron. They can have 53 iron mines over here. Also in Scandinavia, there's a lot of iron. Our colony here is not having any iron. And also, this is our colony over here. No iron. There is iron in Brunei. So maybe we can conquer Brunei. But also in my vassal's country, I don't see any iron. Aceh is also having iron. But I can also see that Sulawesi over here is a support of 21 iron mines. So maybe we should colonize Sulawesi. Do you have severe malaria? No, normal malaria. So what I think I'm gonna do is colonize Sulawesi. There we go. And now it's colonizing. You should not spread out your possible colonies. I can click all of this. I can make colonies everywhere and start growing. Here, 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 here. I can do this. But then your growth is spread out to these colonies. So I will just start one colony over here. It takes 1588 days to get one extra province, which is of course crazy. But if you go hover over here, then you can see that our growth is 0.63. That is because we have 2.84 million people in our incorporated states. And that gives us this growth. And it's split between one colony and then minus 90%. So if we can get rid of this, this colony will grow substantially faster. You can see that this is our port now. We started colonizing in this province. This is now my land. You can only colonize the countries that have this white inside thing. So Papua, Sulawesi, this one. Because these are decentralized powers. And these countries are unrecognized powers, but they have their own borders. This is just completely decentralized, and you can colonize this one, this one, this one, this one, and also inside of Africa. You can also colonize the Mapuche and the Tehuelche. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I have no idea. Okay, now we have more alerts here. What is that? But yeah, we can still do our interest here. What I also can do is just get an interest with, for example, the USA, so we can trade with them. That is a possibility. Or we go here, so we can start colonizing here as well. You know what? Let's get a declared interest in Dixie, so that we can trade with the USA and talk to them. Alright. What is this? We have isolated state regions. The Dutch Celebes is isolated. That is our new colony over here. It has no market access, because if you want to have market access... Is it saying it's something over here, somewhere over here? No. You need to have a port. So every time when you make a colony, you want to build a normal port over here. It also gives a bit of infrastructure, and it gives a bit of convoys that you need to do naval invasions or trade with. But otherwise, they don't have any market access and they cannot buy your goods, the people that are living here. So let's start this. And then the low market access will go away as well when the port is there. So I will just right click this and this one as well. We have this tackled. Now I think we did everything. Let's start on speed 3. I will play on speed 4 and speed 5 a lot. Now what is going to happen now? The Dutch East Indies are also exporting and importing to my market. I cannot control this because I am only having them as a vassal, I think, or a dominion. Let's see, politics, diplomacy. Yeah, they are my dominion. Can I see what a dominion gives? I don't remember. What we also should do is use our influence at the start of the game. Just use this for improving relations with the people that you like. I'm gonna like France a lot, because they are very strong. I like Prussia. And I also like Sweden, because we are trading with them. So let's use our points for this, and then when it goes to 50, they will automatically stop, and then you get your points refunded. That is just how this works. You can see a lot of things happening. People declaring a rivalry. My rival is Belgium. Can I see it somewhere? Oh, and also Brazil, apparently. And we have Belgium as our rival. We have the Dutch East Indies as our dominion. We have Luxembourg as our personal union. And we have a truce with Belgium until August. And here you can see who we are improving relations with. So, now there is not a lot to do than just tackle your economy. Build buildings, industrialize with new technologies. And just keep an eye out on your market. Right now our grain that everyone needs is at normal base price. It's not more cheaper or more expensive, and that is good. Because then the people that are making grain are getting enough taxes, and the people that need to buy it can buy it with a normal price. So you want to have this at a normal price. Very important. Now if you want to see what we have plenty of, then you click on the balance. You can see that we have a lot of wood coming in the market, and 1.4 is by a trade route between the Swedes and the Russians. They are exporting their wood to me, which also gives me some tariffs, by the way. I think that is a lot of my tariffs. Yeah, we make 2,500 from importing wood, so yeah, that sounds great actually. Let's keep this trade route going. So wood is fairly cheap, and that is good for people that need to use this for, I think, using it for heating, and also for my construction center that is building buildings. It's going to be cheaper. Now, what do we have a deficit of? As you can see it over here, we need 1,000 services for pop consumption. All these people want services, and we only give 600. And the subsistence farms give 218. That is just the super inefficient building. And my urban centers give 385. So let's see if we can solve this issue with our services over here. The price is super expensive, and a lot of people want this. Everyone that is having more wealth than 10 want to use services. So, once again, who is making this? My urban centers and the subsistence farms. So let's go to my urban centers. Urban. And then my urban center over here. Now you cannot make more urban centers. They will come over time. No, you can actually. Never mind, I was confused with another building. But maybe we can change the production method. For right now, we are having market stalls, which gives us just normal 225 more services for wood. If I go to market stalls, squares, we get 135 more services. But look what we need to use. Glass. We don't have any glass. So we need to make sure that we are going to get glass. Oh wait, we are making glass. We have a little bit of glass. But the price of glass will go up fairly quickly. So we can also make more glass, but then we need lead. And we also cannot make lead mines in the Netherlands, so that's going to be a problem. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to market squares anyway. That we make a little bit more services. And we can also get more services if we use more coal. So we need to start making coal, and then we can use gas street lights here to get our services up to a normal price. But first we need to make coal. We need to make 90 coal to put this all away. Can we make coal mines then in the Netherlands? You can also go to your production lenses over here and see which buildings you can build. Then you go to resources and coal mines. Yes, we can make coal in Gelre. And we get 25 coal per level. But guess what you need for a coal? You need tools. Now what I will do, I'm gonna queue up 3 coal mines. And then we are gonna change our services. So that my people are gonna get more services. Now let's go to speed 4. There's not a lot we are going to do. My construction sectors are built. Now we are just build the tooling workshops, the port and the coal mines. And here are the events listed. So if you are waiting until it is 30 days, it will pop up, but you can also click it. The intelligentsia have expressed their concerns about government decisions clearly favoring the interest of the industrialist. This needs to be addressed. The intelligentsia gets more interest approval. Right now they are neutral. And the industrialists get -2. We can do this actually. That will balance them out a little bit. We can also do this, and then the intelligentsia gets -10 interest group political strength. I don't want that. I want them to be strong, so I have to pick this one. Now our budget is at -2000, but that's completely fine because we have a lot of money in the gold reserves. We have like 450,000. So as long as this number is wide, you're doing okay in the economy. We are using 7,500 for our construction goods, and this is somewhat temporarily. Now when you run a deficit, you are going to use your investments pools of your buildings. Maybe I can show this somewhere. Let's look at the food. You're gonna use your cash reserves, I think. Yeah, but not everything. Now, every month you get a price report, so you can see our services are very expensive. We are also using a consumption tax on it. And our porcelain is very expensive. And then you get these messages over here. For right now, we don't have enough glass. So if I want to, I can also import this if I want to, but I'm gonna make my own glass works. Not with lead, because we don't have that, but we do have dyes in the Dutch market, so we can use the ceramics. We can make a little bit more porcelain, which is almost at a normal price. I can also make a glasswork somewhere else and then just focus on glass. Yeah, I think that is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna build a glasswork in Gelre. And I will tell that one to produce only glass and not the porcelain. Alright, let's have a look. Artillery is very expensive. Also because some people are importing artillery from me. I cannot stop this unless I have different laws, so I can't really do anything about it right now. Maybe later. And then just keep working on the buildings. And we need to try to get iron. Very, very quickly. Because then we can increase our construction sector. And we can make better tools. Now in 9 weeks we build our tooling workshop. Then I will show you their production methods that we can do. What we can do right now is just take a look at all our buildings. Like we have 2 food industries in our urban cities. They are using grain and sugar right now to make groceries. And you can go back to make only groceries, but then no sugar. But we have a lot of sugar in our market. So we are making 130 groceries right now. Later on you can make canneries as well, so you make even more, but then you need to make other good consumption, like more fish and iron. And later over here you can make vacuum canning with oil. And here you can choose if you want to get pot stills or just groceries, and then you can increase your liquor, but you lose groceries. You can change all of this, and later on you can get all of these changes over here. Our textile mills are making a lot of clothes, so that is good. And all of them are doing craftsman sewing, so they make a little bit more luxury clothes. I can also just stop this, but then I don't make any luxury clothes, so let's just continue this. Another event. The industrialists have started complaining about the existence of substance farms. Yes, we start with those substance farms everywhere. Stating that their undeniable inefficiency should be immediately addressed. I completely agree. You can also say they serve our purpose, but that's not true. Holland gets discouraged subsistence farming. You get more migration attraction. So the furnitures are making handcrafted furniture. You can also go to lathes. We get more furniture, but we are using more tools. I will click this on, I think, so that I know that we need more tools later in the game. We're also making some luxury furniture, that's fine. We can't make leaded glass because we have no lead. Tooling workshops is built, so let's have a look. Our tooling workshop is using wood to make tools. And the tools are super expensive because we need like so many. Very soon we need even more. So how can we make this tooling workshop more efficient? Right now it's doing crude tools, but I can also make pig iron tools. We need iron for this. And then we can get plus 30 tools on a level 1 building. Then they make 60 tools. So we really need iron. And we get it over here at our colony. So when this port is built, I'm going to start building an iron mine. That's actually more important than anything else. So let's put this iron mine on the top after the port. Like this. Because then we can start industrializing with our iron. I hope that the people that are living there can actually work in the iron mine. Clippers are expensive, artillery and glass, yeah. Well, we are somewhat working on it. We have some paper mills. They are just making paper for your bureaucrats. And paper is a decent level. It's a little bit more expensive right now, so we might need to make more paper. My shipyards are making the man-o'-wars and the clippers in Holland. And they are a little bit expensive indeed. You can also go back to civilian shipbuilding, then we don't make the man-o'-wars and only make clippers, but then we don't make any man-o'-wars and then we will have a shortage. We need the man-o'-wars for our navy. That was that one. The arms industries is making muskets right now. And cannons. Also for iron, I think. So yeah, we are importing iron from Sweden. We did this one. And we want to go to this one when we have our coal. We can also go to free churches instead of state-run churches. I like that. I want to have everything free. We have filing cabinets that give us our bureaucracy. We can also go secular administration. I will do that. I don't give any room to my religious people. They need to go away. Our university is giving more 20% qualifications and innovation that you need for research. And we can go to secular academia. Let's do this. We can't change anything to our trade centers. And then our rural buildings, we have some farms. They are doing apple orchards. So we make a bit more fruit. And we can go to harvesting tools, but guess what we need for it? More tools. Let's click it anyway, so that we know how much tools we need. I can go to butchering tools, but we need tools to make more meat. I'm not going to do this right now, because we have meat enough in the Netherlands. Our coal mines can be upgraded later. Like crazy. Iron mine as well, we can't do anything here. The railroads can become available soon. We can go to sawmills, then we need more tools for our wood to go up. Let's do this one right now. We can also go and make more hardwood. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And this is how much the productivity is in the building. And these are our subsistence farms. We have 176 subsistence farms in the Netherlands. And these people don't give anything. You can see here, they give only a tiny bit of everything. And they are horrible. And by building your buildings, they come from these farms working in your buildings. And you can see our potential buildings. We can make more coffee, tobacco, tea, bananas, and so on. And in development, you can see your armies. You have 20 barracks. A barracks is using, where is it? Artillery and small arms to produce a army, a battalion. And then you get what they can do, how strong they are, their kill rate, and so on. And by changing the production methods, you can make your army better. And by building more barracks, you get an extra battalion, 1-on-1. So it's very expensive. If you want to build a barracks, you get only one extra unit. The conscription centers are that we can raise. They are a bit weaker, I guess. You can raise these when we go to war. We have 25 naval bases that are doing the man-o-war. Later on, you can get better boats, and we have all our ports. In the Netherlands, we are using them. We are using the second production method, the cargo port, and that gives you more convoys and infrastructure. The ports that I just built in Sulawesi have level 1, and that's more than enough. They just need a connection to be part of the market. And that are all the buildings for now. I think we were... Yeah, we are now working on the coal mines and the glasswork. So I think the iron mine over here is built. It cannot really employ as quickly as I want. Oh no, they are still going. So iron mines need tools to make iron. So you can see how much tools we need. You need so many tools. It's insane. Absolutely insane. So we really want to upgrade this. And I think we can do this now because we are making iron. So we're gonna make pick tools. So we make a little bit more tools overall. And I'm gonna upgrade my tooling industry again. Now let's get our coal mines and our glassworks up so we can actually increase our other building. How they are called again? The building production methods. That's what I mean. Because we still need more services. We really want this one. But we need 90 coal for it to get more services. And then the services will become at a normal price. Alright, that was a lot of talking. I'm gonna end the first episode here, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe and say something in the comment section so that this video will be very findable on YouTube. And join the Discord if you have any questions. And then I see you in the next video. Thanks for watching and bye bye.